Lots of updates and stories to get into today involving summer targets, club news, and Todd Boehly's comments, big interview with Bloomberg. Hope you guys enjoy. Hit that like button, and if you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and get me at least 100 likes on this video. Let's get to everything. Let's tackle today's report. I want to get this Jadon Sancho report first because we finally learned the exact figure what it's going to take us to break away from this obligation to buy Jadon Sancho. And as it was reported by Ornstein, as it's going to be £5 million penalty fee. It's still a little bit expensive, but it's not too bad. And it gives us a pretty affordable as we can back out of this deal. The question remains that are we definitely said to do that? If you are Jadon Sancho, you must feel like this international has been bad for you. It's never nice to read your future in the media, especially when you are really feeling unsettled here or you're feeling a little bit settled, because Jadon Sancho, he's been happy, man. It's not good for his mentors. But are we definitely set to end this deal? Because at the moment, we aren't. Because this is a touch and go situation. I really feel like anyone we can sign in the market would really define who is Jadon Sancho. It doesn't surprise me that when we first engineered this move, that we put in some clause going to protect us if in case we do not decide not to keep Jadon Sancho. Obviously, we always do stuff like this. In the market, we have to see what type of players we have there. Obviously, we're still unsure the future against Madrid, because we know Mikhailo Modric has been banned, but we don't know how long it's going to take because it has not been revealed by Chelsea FC or even Mikhailo Modric's agent or his side. The question remains that will you really get rid of Jadon Sancho? Maybe it makes sense. As you can keep Jadon Sancho if that fifth or that fourth winger who can play in both wings, who understands already the Maresca system for the past year, who's already been settled. Because in terms of numbers, if you have to pay this 20 million, it's not really necessary as a crazy number. The way, because you can see we have signed players like Pedro Neto, Mikhailo Modric for all these 60, 70 million, and they have not even done that much. But Jadon Sancho, his name is being dragged in the mud day in, and I don't even understand, man. But Jadon Sancho right now, he has 4 assists and 2 goals. But 4 assists and 4 goals is not really crazy as for a winger. But one thing people forget is this. Chelsea did not sign Jadon Sancho to become a goal-scoring winger. He's a creator. He's that guy who will take on his man and try to assist. But as you guys know, we've been unclinical. Our wingers have been struggling a lot. They found themselves in a position where they're getting ganged up by 2 people every single time. It's very hard to take on 2 players at the same time. It's never easy. And you guys know Jadon Sancho is not physical. He is not this type of player like Vini, Mbappe, Rodrigo. They're kind of physical than normal other wingers, man. And people have said Jadon Sancho is not suited for the Premier League, and as myself I can say that. But is it that bad? Can we pay the penalty fee and send him? For me, it will be my option. But it's never. I don't think both sides is not bad, because we can pay that 25 million and keep him and sell him for even more money maybe in the year 2 years from now. You can argue that the player like Sancho, you're not being given another season to showcase your talent. Even more. Thoughts for thought for me, in my opinion, for the future for all our wingers, for Nani, for Neto, they need to justify themselves next season, because this will be depending on what they're going to do. This will be depending how Maresca is going to tweak the system. And for me, I think Maresca has to do more, has to have some sort of blame, because I saw Reece James playing today for England, scoring a free kick. If you can see his first half stats was different from Chelsea, man. And I'm so happy, man. Jadon Sancho, I'm not saying he's that bad, but he's just being scapegoat by the Chelsea fans. They're trying to drag his name out of the mud. As you can look out, maybe we need to sign another right winger on that side, or even a left winger, because I saw today Alumino Lookman was linked to us. And if you can go and get him, he's more a goal-scoring winger for me. How do you feel about it? Is there any more to come from Sancho? For me, at this moment of the time, Jadon Sancho needs to take every game like he's want to decide his life, his future at Chelsea, because it's not really looking good, man. That's all on Jadon Sancho. Let me know in the comment down below. What are your thoughts on Jadon Sancho? And now let's get into the next one. And for the next story, we discuss the interesting story surrounding Dean Henderson. He's been the most popular player right now in summer because clubs like Bayern, Liverpool, us and Real Madrid are the two favorites to sign him for this wonder kid signature. He's pretty affordable, only 50 million release clause. And is he that guy we need to bring in? Let's talk everything, man. And for me, one thing I want to say, man, Dean Henderson, he's a good player, man. And now we have to discuss the report for Massa. As they say, Dean Henderson, when he was playing against Holland, we have scouts and the tenants, they were surrounding him and they were watching it, because right now, Dean Henderson, he's a name you can want to see, man. Dean Henderson, he's a name we want, he's a name we love. It's for a reason, man. As you guys saw the pass from him to Lieliyama, what a goal, what a pass, man. And for me, Dean Henderson came on as a sub on that game when Kubasi got injured, and then that's how now he got his move into the Spanish first 11. And you can see the game yesterday, man. He just showcasing his talent. The one thing I can say is, man, the stars are lighting for this kid, man, because you can see everything is been so well for him, man. And Dean Henderson is a good player, man. I want to be honest, man. There is no way I don't see Henderson not picking us over Real Madrid, because I want to tell you, man, Real Madrid is a bigger club than us. They have more money than us. Maybe Dean Henderson may choose Real Madrid, but are they going to promise him the same thing? You're going to promise him the same thing to go to Real Madrid? Long time, I think he can get a game time and playing with good players. And his distribution from the back, as now they have Alexander-Arnold there. They have Vini, Mbappe, Bellingham, Rodrigo. The distribution from the deep will be totally unfair, man. And in Europe, unless Madrid can't really afford him, I don't know what will really happen. But that's the only way I will think this deal may not happen. But Dean Henderson, for me, I think he'll go to Madrid. But if he cannot go there, if Chelsea, we can pull up this move, it will be crazy, guys. I'm telling you, this guy is one of my favorite center-back. He's one of my favorite wonder kid right now coming into the Premier League. He doesn't want to come to Chelsea to be a competition. He wants to come to Chelsea to be intent to be the first team guy, to have first team minute, to be guaranteed. At Real Madrid is a different story. They have world-class players. These players are standouts, man. We are not Real Madrid. We are on below level than Real Madrid. But our offer has to be greater, has to be enticing, has to be a good offer than Real Madrid. And I think it may happen, man. But this kid, as you guys remember him at Roma, especially after he left from Juve to Roma, and this kid, I've been to this guy since, and now he came to Bournemouth. And even the game we had at Bournemouth before that first game, we beat them 1-0 at the end. That was a trolley game. You can see him on the game. Even at Stamford Bridge, the role. But one thing I can say is Dean Henderson is a good player, man. But one thing I can say, man, the pressure we're putting on these young players, we cannot just have young players at Chelsea, man. We need some experience. That's why I was saying we need to go and sign Virgil van Dijk, man. He can bring that experience in this Chelsea team and show us more. But if you are completely in this long time project, we have to do what it takes to get Dean Henderson. He's a good wonder kid as well, sensational. How can we feed all three together? Dean Henderson, Colwell, Wesley Fofana. As I see, man, we're gonna have some shuffling in the defense. Disasi, Chalaba, and for me, I think Badia Shield too may move in summertime. Ideally, some of us need to see experience, man. Equally, we cannot repeat the same thing we did last summer. We cannot put ourselves into the same pressure again. We have to get some experience, and this is why Thomas Tuchel left. I'm seeing Thomas Tuchel coaching the England team. You can see the experience. If we had Thomas Tuchel until today, I'm sorry, we will not gonna be on trophy draw. We already won at the moment, man. And one thing I wanna say, man, Dean Henderson, he's the type of player who will command the box. And that's all on Dean Henderson. Guys, let me know on Dean Henderson everything you think in the comment down below. And now let's talk about the next news. And for the final story, my friends, we discuss Todd Boehly and his Bloomberg interview as we learn more insights of a direction of a football club. At the moment, this woman who conducted the interview, she was really direct, really straightforward, really good questions. And she comes direct and she says, what is the true story behind the story of the ownership of the moving of the football club? As Todd Boehly said, as not really as realistic, he said, listen, the board as overall, they're really aligned with the future of our football club. As they say, we are really a young team, but this only can really work if everyone is on the same page. As he says, essential, he says there's really a focus between the young players over time, and as it really makes sense, man. One of the things I can say, the Palmer, the Enzo, I'm tired of losing here. They can end up moving on, man. Cole Palmers and Enzo, Moses Casero, and I don't even get, man. One of the biggest thing I want to say this, man, I saw a lot of people getting triggered what Todd Boehly said, and I said, once again, Chelsea fan reactionary. We do the same thing over. As Todd Boehly said, moving on, execution was really said. Todd Boehly said, we are executing a plan where will have us where we belong. We say right now we are fourth, but the interview woman said, but you guys are fourth in the table and you're not on the top of the table. And as Todd Boehly said, he said again, next season we're going to focus on our stadium, or the season after this, I don't know what's going to happen, because I think for me, the stadium thing with Clear Lake, they're not on the same page. Todd Boehly wants to move out, and they don't know really what Clear Lake wants. As one thing I want to say, man, it was really cryptic what he was saying, man. Because as you guys know, the stadium is really the biggest project of Chelsea when they come in here, man. You know, this one could possibly mean that is Todd Boehly and Egbali are going to separate, because either any party are going to buy the other party out. That's what I think. Because you have to sell out right now. There's no point to have two owners in the future. We need to have one owner so we can know the direction of the football club. A real worrying, I guess. As Todd Boehly said, we have under 16 to 20 years to figure out this one. At the moment, we have to decide if we decide to, if we continue to redevelop the Stamford Bridge, or we have to move out. But one thing I want to say, expect this, man. Stamford Bridge cannot be reviewed, man. We cannot build more than 60,000 seats there, because 20 years from now we're gonna want more, because as you guys see, like in the future, people are building bigger stadiums, so the revenue is gonna be less. But I think for me, Elsco will be the right place for us for the stadium plan. Pretty impartial, man. And ideally, there was a situation where we can develop Stamford Bridge. I understand that. Maybe that will cost less money, but that one will limit the potential of the stadium. On the other hand, if we met that we have to relocate somewhere around, because I want to tell you this, the Chelsea fans who live close to Stamford Bridge, from Stamford Bridge to Elsco is only 10 minutes walk. 15 minutes walk if you're not walking faster. So it's not really fast, man. It's not really far. So I think for me it's a good deal. And I know we have had 20 years at Stamford Bridge. Is not really to be erased. But one thing, man, we have to move on. Sometimes we have to go and start. Sometimes you have to leave your home and go to the new home, or you have to leave your country and go to a different country. It happens, man. But we cannot just prioritize our own feelings. We have to prioritize the future of Chelsea Football Club. And for me, my humble opinion is to move out and find a new stadium. That's what we have to do, man. We have to relocate a new stadium. Because you can see teams like Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United, Man City, all these teams, Arsenal, they're making bigger revenue than us. We are making almost the same money as Newcastle, even as West Ham. Is not totally fair, man. But we have to find solution of what's gonna be, man. For me, when it comes to the stadium thing, I don't know what you guys think in the comment down below. But for me, my humble opinion is to move out and build a new stadium, man. As Todd Boehly said himself, man, I think they're not on the same page with Blue Co, and that's what's gonna be the problem. And for me, I think right now they should move out and find their own way and hey man, Bluco going, I don't really have a problem. I'd rather even have Todd Boehly to be the majority owner, because we have seen him what he had done with LA Dodgers. Great job, man. They have started competing, winning trophies, and I think that's the same thing he wants to do here at Chelsea, man. So guys, let me know in the comment down below, what are your thoughts on everything on Bluco, Todd Boehly, and guys, I'll see you guys in the next one, and take care of yourself and God bless you.